Yeah.
Highest highs and lowest lows क्या है? Like in terms of career, personal journey.
I mean, in the last 7 years, there have been so many highs and so many lows. Really difficult to pick up one. But if I have to just pick up one, actually, my high and low is the same. I'll tell you how, and it's pretty weird. So imagine you're a 10-member organization, right? You are still figuring out your footing in the industry. Clients are not taking you seriously. You are still the initial hustle that every company is gonna have, and at that point of time you are able to crack a deal that needs 15 of your employees for that one project, so you're already at -5. So cracking that deal was probably the biggest high that I've had personally, because imagine you have to hire 5 more people and there's this one client who is gonna technically pay 100% of your salaries, right? You're gonna make money. So when that deal closed, where I was sitting, with the founder of this one very big tech company, a wonderful guy, a wonderful conversation, who took a punt on us. Otherwise, you will not trust such a small team on such a big project. And when me and my partner came out of that meeting, यार हमको बस पैसा ही दिख रहा था, पैसा ही पैसा. Like, we were like, that we were dancing in money. We were like, so happy, so high. It was like यार एक साल तक हम, it was more like एक साल तक कुछ नहीं करेंगे फिर भी हमारा घर चल जाएगा, sort of a deal, right? A deal that comes to you once in a year or once in 2 years. And I think that was the biggest high, and that also became our biggest low when during COVID they had to cut down on the project. And this project, so we worked on it for about a year or so, and by that time this one project was contributing to almost about 70% of our entire revenue, right? And 30% was coming from other clients. And COVID hua, obviously a lot of businesses took certain calls, and a company is never gonna prioritize a outsourced agency over their own employees, which is a right call. There's nothing wrong what they did. But the biggest low was when that client decided to stop working with us. So you can imagine, as a founder, your 70% revenue is cut, right? You're just left with 20, 30, and with 30% is also where clients are still thinking कि continue करना है नहीं करना है, because it's just peak COVID. So when we got that email of okay, yaar, we'll not be able to continue and stuff, I think that was a moment of truth for me, or probably deciding ke, should we continue forward as a company. I think that was the question that I had. And you can even imagine that even about 90% of our laptops were of that company, because an entire team that they had hired, they brought their own systems and MacBooks, not Windows as well. So you can imagine, right? Tumhari 70% team is gonna not have work. They are not gonna have laptops to work on. And being in that situation as a founder, took a deep breath and told कि let's we just need to be open to the team, right? Let's be transparent to the team and tell them that. And but we were very clear that we didn't want to lay off anyone. And I'm really proud of the fact at that point of time, at COVID, when agencies laid off people left, right, center, they had pay cuts. I mean, I'm sure people they've had pay cuts for one year just on the name of COVID, right? We've never had to take that route. We really worked hard. The core team put together something beautiful in those 2 months, 3 months. Really hustled hard, took some big calls, and we managed to get maybe 7 to 8 new other projects that covered up for that 70% revenue within the next 3 to 6 months. And the biggest learning from this was never put your all eggs in one basket, because that is what we did at that point of time. And since then, today we do not let one client go over 10% of our company's revenue who's contributing to it. So I think that was the same project which was our biggest high also became our biggest low. But it made us learn a lot of things, and did give me a moment of truth. And I think that a zeal when you face something so difficult, right? When you're contemplating के company बंद करनी है कि शुरू रखनी है. I think that was a call that we took, and I'm proud of myself and the team that we managed to take that call and managed to not lay off a single employee at that point of time.
That's really
Is that brand
commendable.
working with you now?
No, they are not. They are not. No, so I mean, COVID anyways 2 years तक तो चल ही रहा था सारा 2 साल तक. And उसके बाद I think a lot of brands changed their strategies as well. So then they had an internal team and stuff. But by that time, we'd also kind of outgrown them. I'm in still great terms with them. Like I said, he's a great guy, and I respect his decision, because even if I was in his place, I would have done the same thing. But as a founder, it was my I would say going in a comfort zone. Ki I let 70% of my revenue be dependent on one single client, and it was a eye opener, and that's how you learn, right? मतलब गिरते हैं, you crawl, you fall, and that's what that's when you get up.
Moved on quite well from the breakup.
दर्द हुआ but yeah, at the end
Heal
of the
भी
day
हो गया.
heal भी हो गया, जल्दी heal हो गया. I think when you have a great team, and the best thing is that almost about 80% of that core team is still with me, and it's been about 4 years since then, right? So I think they've stuck around, and I'm really I always keep telling them that उस time जो हमने dark days देखे COVID के initial 3 महीने में, I think we've grown over that. So अभी कुछ भी होता है, like any low comes in, like we go back to that day. कि यार अगर इतना बड़ा हमने low देख लिया है, तो अभी तो any other low is gonna be not that big of a deal.
भीगा हुआ इंसान बारिश से नहीं डरता.
That sums it up.
Sound like a शायर.
I thought you would say the police station story as your lowest low.
I mean, that's another, do you want to talk about it?
That's an interesting story.
Yeah, why don't you tell us? What was that?
So, someone who has never been to a police station, other than for a passport verification, right? Who's always far from all these things, वो legal में मतलब कभी हम घुसे नहीं हैं. So we've had our small share of legal tussles, like nothing that big. But one recent one that happened a couple of years back. So in the service industry, some delays here and there, it's a pretty normal thing, right? It's like, if we are doing this production today, right? If the production team is supposed to come at 9, there's a very good chance they'll come at 10, which is understandable, right? It's not that big of a deal. So delays in our service line are also, it's fine, right? In any consulting business. So there was this one project that we are working on where, say, we had a committed deadline of, say, 10th of May, for example, that got pushed to 20th of May, right? And which is fine, we were in the loop, right? We could have done a few things differently as well, but again, I mean, everything is a learning, and without any heads up, there's a policeman at our door, right? In the office, and I was not in office that day. So you imagine, like, I mean, for the team, right, how it would be. And he's come with a letter, of complaint कि आपके अगेंस्ट एक complaint आया हुआ है, and fraud का. And पहले तो मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि मतलब किसने, because there's nothing else mentioned कि क्यों क्या ये, because it was a project I was not involved in, right? My team was involved. पता भी नहीं था कि क्या project है, right? So that happened. And obviously, when something like this happens, you are, and it was kind of, तुमको police station आना है Monday को. It was something like that. And as director, as founder, it was on my name, not on the team member's name. And obviously that weekend probably was the scariest weekend I've had in my life, because police station jana hai and all of that. And we met. I mean, so those two, I've had, like, I sleep very well, touch wood. Those were the 2 nights I've not slept. I was obviously, the first time, something like this, and we don't know how serious it is. So we went to the police station. We explained, to the guy. He was genuinely really good. He was not, one of those who's not ready to listen or talk. Right? He heard our side of the story. We went to him with the proofs. We told him कि who I है, this is the story and stuff. And then he was like, चलो ठीक है, मैं देखता हूँ, and लेकिन ये हाँ उन्होंने लिखा है कि आपने fraud किया है and stuff like that. And we just there's nothing, there's no fraud in this, right? And we took a lawyer also along with us, that day, who could talk, in his language, because you don't know, what happens, right? It's always good to be, safe than sorry. And we came back. Then, he said कि ठीक है, मैं बात करता हूँ दूसरी पार्टी से, and मैं वापस बताता हूँ आपको and stuff. And then वो case एक दूसरी police station में transfer कर लिया, right? उन्होंने, which was closer, to the client's office. And we again had to go there, explain the entire thing to the new guy, who was also like, it was a complaint, it was not a FIR of, I don't think, they would just take an FIR. And he's also like, यार, sir, ये सब चीज़ों के लिए मैं क्या करूँ अभी आया है तो as you know authorities they have to take the complaint, you know, they can't say no for obvious reasons. And then he just said कि यार तुम बात करो, you know, mediation करो and मतलब just sit across the table and sort it out. And that's what we did. So, you know, after that, I mean, I didn't go. After that, my team, you know, met the, you know, client at the police station, explained to the entire thing and kind of just, you know, sorted it then and there. So it was kind of just a scaring tactic, you know, for us as an agency. And another learning that I had after that day is to have a lawyer on retainer. Since that day I have a, you know, retainer, you know, lawyer who I pay every month, and he's one person, even if he has done no work in the month, I don't mind paying him that money because I know when I need him, I'll really need a lot of his you know,
Expertise,
inputs.
yeah.
You can sleep. That's why you've been sleeping.
Well, I sleep well. I mean, he's so good. Like you know, and he'll just talk to a client in those legal terms. And you know, पहले जो हम ही MOU में लिखते थे, like legal try करते थे, you know, when you know, a client's legal team reverts back with their comments on an MOU, हम ही कुछ type करते थे. Now he just gets on calls with them, sorts it out, and वो उनको भी बोल देता है कि यार ये तो हम term agree कर ही नहीं सकते. So that's why I think even as an agency, some of our paperwork is the most complex. We've heard that from a lot of clients. यार तुम्हारा paperwork बहुत ज़्यादा है, लेकिन इतना गिरफड़ने के बाद हमने सीखा है, इसलिए हमने इतने clauses डाले that kind of just covers us from all of these you know, things that you can't really plan, right? It just happen, you know. And something like this is something it was least expected कि यार police, you know, man would come to, you know, our office. But at the end of the day, it didn't mean anything. I mean, it didn't. It just worked out well, but it was a big learning, right? Big learning for me.
Radhika?
I think when I was in my college, I used to have a large group of friends, but then I was also very experimental. मुझे हर committee का part बनना था, and slowly my friends were like, ये तो सब जगह आ जाती है, ये तो हमको time ही नहीं देती यार, इसको group में क्यों रखा है? And slowly and steadily I got like outside of all the groups, and I just was alone at that point in time. I would do my lunches alone, sit in the library by myself, because of which LinkedIn started, by the way. So thank God, जो होता है अच्छे के लिए होता है. But that was a very bad phase for me because I'm not even from Bombay. I come from Nasik. And I had no friends, nobody in the town, you know, to talk to. And I was a new kid in the town, but very excited at the same time. So that peer support is something I never got. But how it changed was that I didn't think about this adversity. मैंने सोचा कि अकेली हो तो ठीक है, दूसरों को जानने से अच्छा खुद को जान लेती हूँ better. That will be much, you know, fruitful for me in the future. And उसी के through I started, you know, discovering LinkedIn as a platform, sitting in that library where everybody would study for CA. NM is known for for being a CA factory. That's where I studied, you know. तो वहाँ पे मैं लिखना शुरू की, और मुझे याद है जब मैंने फर्स्ट पोस्ट लिखा था, I was so depressed because of all of this. I wrote some shit on sun, moon and stars on LinkedIn. Like, और अभी भी वो post and people like show it in different videos and all. I'm so like embarrassed when I read that today, but it got 3 likes. I'm like, चलो 3 लोगों ने तो देखा है भाई उसको. एक जन के देखने लायक का भी नहीं था वो. But then I was like, okay, at least 3 लोगों ने देखा है. It's just the first post. Let me start writing more and more and let's see where it goes. And that ended up in a highest of the high moment when in 2021, this was in 2018 when I started, and after a few years in 2021, this managing editor of LinkedIn writes an email to me that, you know, you've been shortlisted to become India's top voice in our brand new next generation list. I'm like, ठीक है, shortlist हुई, इसमें खुश होने की बात नहीं है, जीती नहीं हूँ मैं अभी तक. तो they had a very lengthy form which I was very reluctant to fill because I was quite lazy during the lockdown. मुझे लगा कि क्या ही करना है, थोड़ी होने वाला है, ऐसे ही बोल रहे होंगे. But then my parents told me you should do it, you should. तो मैंने कर लिया. 5 घंटा लगा मेरे को फॉर्म भरने में, मुझे अभी भी याद है. And this was in November 2020, and in January 2021 I receive an email from the editor saying that congratulations, you've been selected as India's youngest LinkedIn top voice. So that was like a very big moment for me
Yeah.
because I started on the platform from doubt, from so much of anxiety and fear of everybody around me. I didn't know what to do, and that platform has given me so many opportunities now. In case of the community, be it it's become like a family for me. Whenever I'm sad, I go to LinkedIn. It's like a happy place for me. ऑल्दो आजकल नया इंस्टाग्राम बन रहा है लिंक्डइन, वो बात अलग है, उसके बारे में कभी और बात करेंगे. यहाँ पीपल आर जस्ट पोजिंग देयर सेल्फीज इन banyan and all. And they're like writing self-congratulatory posts. But in my time when I started, it was all very professional and I used to consume a lot of good content. And maybe because of that, I started thinking that, okay, these kind of good contents need to be presented in the much refined and simplified way. Because मुझे finance बिल्कुल समझता नहीं था. I was a marketing student. एंड आई थॉट कि यार फाइनेंस तो समझने वाली बात है यार, पता तो चलना चाहिए दुनिया में पैसा आ रहा कैसे, जा रहा कैसे है. सो दैट्स हाउ आई स्टार्टेड सिंप्लीफाइंग एवरीथिंग. एंड टुडे बी इट वर्किंग इन अ लॉ फर्म, being a non-lawyer, hiring lawyers for them, it all happened through LinkedIn. The partner just approached me randomly saying that, we love your content, why don't you work with us? And one of my posts was randomly trending. So that's how we figured कि चलो ये भी कोई है freshly graduate, इसको ले लो. And I was the first hire in the law firm when Touchstone Partners was set up. So that was another high for me because I never envisioned myself working in a law firm. Like कौन सोचेगा कि जिसने BMS किया है मार्केटिंग में, वो लॉ फर्म में जाके हायरिंग करेगा अदर लॉयर्स को. So that was something I did. And I used to switch off my video camera every time because looking at my baby face, everybody, I used to interview people who were 10 years senior to me. So looking at me, they'll be like, कौन ले रही वही इंटरव्यू. I would keep it off, look at their CVs. Suppose delisting पे कुछ है तो तभी वेदांता का डीलिस्टिंग चल रहा था. तो आई वुड रीड एवरी न्यूज एंड आई वुड बी लाइक, अच्छा इसमें क्या हुआ बताओ, आर यू अवेयर ऑफ दिस, डू यू नो दिस? दे वुड बी लाइक, ओ माय गॉड, हु आर यू ऑन द अदर साइड? एंड देन व्हेन दे वुड कम टू द ऑफिस एंड लुक एट मी आफ्टर गेटिंग सिलेक्टेड, दे वुड बी लाइक, सीरियसली यू टुक द इंटरव्यू? एंड सेकंडली दे वुड से, ओ माय गॉड, यू आर नॉट अ लॉयर, हाउ डिड यू इवन आस्क दोस क्वेश्चंस? सो आई थिंक all those, coming back to the time when I was alone, I think it all helped me become the person I have become today. So I think everything, whatever happens during your lowest phase, it's meant to strengthen you and condition you in a way that you can fight your toughest battles going ahead and also reap the rewards of the time that you were not being rewarded enough.
Totally.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Purnesh, what are your highest highs and lowest lows?
So honestly, like the journey has been a roller coaster, but to point out just a couple of instances, I think it was with the Music for Harmony venture only, because earlier we were planning to have it under the G20 Sherpa track, when the whole world was here, delegates from every G20 country was here. So we wanted them to, see how rich our Indian culture is, which was of course portrayed during the events, but a touch of our classical music, and rich cultural history and everything. But we couldn't secure funds to get that done then. So I think that was my lowest low when the project got delayed, because we didn't have the appropriate funds to do it. But we had planned everything. Everyone was so excited, to get the thing done. And you have to tell your team and everything, the project is going to get delayed because we don't have the funds to do it right now and everything. And they're also really disheartened. Your family and friends who you've told ki, this is going to happen and this is going to be so good and everything, and then you're telling them, yeah, it's going to get delayed. So that was the lowest low. But again, the highest high was when the funding the funding was secured. You have the right amount of partners and everything, collaborators with you on board. Venues are finalized, permissions and everything is done, and you're just waiting for the event to happen. That excitement is something else. And right now, until the events actually happen, I am at that high right now. So I'm just waiting for that to happen so the high can be even higher.